bring themselves the kitten to the clinic, and you would call people to come and take the kitten away. Do you have anyone else? Do you have any other decisions here? Raise up the hands who agrees to kill the kitten.
Not to kill, but to let it
Sleep. To sleep, okay. Let's call it in a lovely way. We'll put it to sleep.
Yes.
So, okay, that's not killing.
Even if you kill
The kitten, you would be still under the risk of having the same disease.
Or if you are not in the risk, it means that you could
save the kitten. No, let's pretend that we cannot save the kitten. It's either to kill and forget about it, or leave the kitten and then all the rest of the cats will be infected. Okay, so if you cannot save the kitten, then you have to kill the kitten. Right?
Yes.
Okay. You are the director of a school. And you know that there is a drug-addicted student. And you also know that statistically, drug-addicted students or person infects 5 to 7 people around. Because unfortunately they are not like alcoholics. They organize companies. That's some kind of psychological problem they face. So 5 to 7 people. And by the end of the academic year, you do understand that you will have at minimum 7 students involved in using drugs. On the other hand, the student is really nice, with good character, and you do understand that this student is also just a stupid victim.
I will expel immediately when I know, because if later on, if I don't expel him and leave it, later on may happen some accident, and it will be my
responsibility and fault.
Yeah, it will be my fault.
It would be your fault. Yes, Sasha?
It's not an exit to reach the problem.
It's not a way
It's
to
not a
solve
way
the problem
to
like
solve
that.
the problem like that. Even if I expel the student from the school, the problem won't be solved. Just
How would you solve the problem then?
there is 2 ways.
Okay.
There is 2 ways to put him.
Sleep?
I knew it. I knew it. Put him to the clinic.
Okay.
For drug addict.
Okay. For drug addicted. But like that you'll ruin his life. Forever and ever.
But
do you think that as a director of school you can carry such responsibility as to ruin the life of a young person? Do you think that it's better for the parents to decide how to ruin and break the life of their child?
There are some parents who don't care.
or the second way,
you're right.
to call the police and said that.
To call the police and report the student.
Also ruin the life of the person.
Of course, it would be also
But he had already drug addiction. His life is already ruined.
His life is already ruined. Yes, I also agree with you, because I myself do not believe that those people who started on drugs can cure themselves. Yes. Unfortunately, you know, I do know that people say, yes, there are clinics, there are doctors, but I think it's just for parents to be happy and to spend their money somewhere. And I think that children who start using drugs, at the beginning they had problems in the family, because if the family is caring about the child, then such thing would not happen. Yes?
I think if I would be the director of a school and some student would take drugs, I would expel, because I think it's better for the person if he or she is going to rehab, because...
But you would expel that person, doesn't matter, it does not mean that parents would send the child to rehab.
No,
the parents would simply take the child, repack his luggage or her luggage and send the child to another boarding school.
But if, especially if my parents, if I would come back to my parents and say, I'm sorry mom, I'm expelled from school because I take drugs, she would, I don't know, she wouldn't send me to another school and
Yeah,
pay
definitely.
a lot
That's
of
why maybe
money
you do
for
not
that.
take drugs,
But-
because you have mom who's caring. Yes.
I think there must be only two ways, or clinics, either clinics or jail. But I think if
You're a
children
director
start,
of school, it's your decision. So what would you do?
or send him to jail, or send him to clinic. I think clinic is better.
Are you sure that you would do like that?
No.
I think yes, or expel. If I
No,
can't
no,
do
no,
it.
just choose something. What would you do? You're a director, your school, your student, and your life.
Clinics.
You'll send the child to clinic.
Yes.
Psychology help.
Psychology help. Yes, Christ.
You don't have this kind of rules if you're director to send this
I think
child.
every rule has the same, every school has the same rules.
No, I mean you can't send this child in clinic.
No, you
Okay,
can.
you can sell them.
Trust me, you can. You can report to police, and
Police,
there will be
yes.
the whole legal procedure with clinics, with the courts, and can't even believe this stuff can continue till the end of the days of this child. Yes.
I think that the director of the school doesn't have to think about the life of the
Of this
of
individual
students,
child.
yeah, of all the life of the students themselves, because they have their own parents, they have their own heads on their shoulders. I tell that I would just expel him, and I have no right. I don't have to cure him. It's
Mhm.
his problem.
Of course,
My
because you are
problem-
not a clinic. Yes.
Yeah, my problem is another students, another
Mhm.
100 or 1,000. I don't know.
Exactly.
My work, my future. It's my life, not his.
So you would sacrifice, let's say, sacrifice the future of this child over the bigger number of other students. You would save other students and isolate this child away. Okay, yes, Vince?
This other idea to frighten him to use drugs.
Can you frighten a drug addicted
Yes.
person?
Yes, I can.
How can you frighten a drug addicted person?
When I was in Germany in a
Mhm.
school, there were a lot of people smoking in our school. About 80% of my class was smoking in the 8th grade. So the director of our school said, let's send them to the thorax hospital. A thorax
Okay.
hospital is for people who have cancer.
Okay.
And yeah, they have their own conference hall. We were sitting there, and they showed us a live operation on
Corpse?
Yeah,
On
on the-
lungs?
on lungs, and they were totally red, and the doctor who was operating this person said this is because of smoking 30 years. And then they told us another facts about 1-2 hours. They told us, but I was looking at my students, and they were like this, sitting like this, and were
They didn't want to be the to swap places with that guy
yes,
on the table. And since that day you wanted to become a surgeon?
and perhaps yes. And then after that, the last person we met, there was a person who had to use how do you call it?
You?
Not a tube, a machine which is
Pumping air?
not pumping air, but that allows you to speak. It's an electronic device that
But why
allows
you
you,
couldn't speak?
because his how do you call it? This keelkopf.
The vocal glands.
The vocal
Yes.
glands was operated away
Because of smoking?
because of smoking.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and he was not able to speak. And then that was the finish. About a half of my class was not smoking anymore.
My God.